Hey guys, this is MB Cash back with another video, and this time I'm going to be giving you guys a look at the newest addition to my Turboman cosplay, and it is the jetpack. Now, like I said in my previous video of the helmet review, I will be attending San Diego Comic-Con, which is coming up very soon. We are in the first week of July, so just a couple more weeks, and I am going to be cosplaying as Turboman from Jingle All the Way. And just as the helmet is important, this is really important too, because if you recall in the movie, Turboman used the jetpack to fly. So this is the jetpack right here, and it's a really cool piece, and I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys a little about it. This thing is all custom made by me. I made this all just by using a lot of different random pieces that were just flying around, and I'm going to break it down to you guys, starting with this piece right here. This right here, which is the base. That is actually the back plate to a set of old ATV armor. I picked it up at a yard sale that one of my relatives was putting on, and I was so glad that I didn't have to pay money for it. They actually let me have it, and it just sat around for a long time just collecting dust. And looking at it one day, I figured that it would be good for something, but I just didn't know what, until finally, when I was thinking about coming up with the jetpack, I looked at it and said, you know what, that back plate would be perfect for the base of the jetpack. So I took the whole thing apart and kept the back plate. So that's the base, and this right here, this is from an old lawnmower. I looked at it and just figured it would be good for the ventilator piece. And then the cylinders here, for which are supposed to be, you know, where the jets come out from, these are just PVC pipe, and the tops here are just plastic bottles that I just cut off from the rest of the bottle and just glued onto the PVC pipe. And here we got some flex tubing, and the rest of this is all EVA foam mats that I picked up at Walmart, and I just cut it up to the right shapes. And I'm gonna turn it over here and give you guys a look at the backside. Now, this is the harness, and that's actually from an old set of football shoulder pads that I purchased at my local Salvation Army just for $10. So for shoulder pads, that's a really good price, because those are very expensive. What I did was I took the whole thing apart with the help of my dad, just stripped it all down to just the plastic, and we cut it up and primed it, painted it. Painted it a nice cherry red, and just attached it onto this back piece right here, which is also EVA foam. And you can see I just bolted it on in place, and you notice there's some Velcro straps, and that's actually how I'm going to be wearing this thing. One of the things that I kept trying to figure out in designing this whole jetpack, let me flip it around here, there you go. One of the things that I kept trying to figure out was how I was going to wear this thing, because, you know, in Jingle All the Way, Turboman's jetpack was attached to his back. He did not have any straps or a harness of any type. So I wanted to try to replicate that look, just having the jetpack be attached to my back without the use of a harness or backpack straps. So I decided to try something unique, and that's where I came up with the idea of just finding the shoulder pads and just messing with it. And basically, as you saw with the Velcro straps that are on the shoulder section, there's going to be shoulder Velcro straps on my bodysuit, which is almost finished, by the way. I just met with the costume maker a couple of days ago, and it is looking fantastic. I'll try to get a video of the whole bodysuit once it's complete. But anyway, the shoulders of the suit are going to have Velcro, which will allow me to wear it. So basically, the Velcro that is attached to the harness will grab onto the Velcro that is attached to the shoulders of the suit. And it goes from, I want to say, let me turn it back here just so you can see. It goes from the top of my shoulder all the way down to my to the shoulder blades on the back. So it will have a lot to grab onto. So I'm hoping, and because these are really wide Velcro straps, I hope that it will get the job done and it will hold on. Otherwise, I'm in big trouble. But this thing was really fun to make. It took a long time. Just me spending months of slacking off, and I know I'm really bad with procrastination. But as I was really getting into it and just really putting this thing together, I really had a lot of fun. The only things I really needed to pay for were just the EVA foam and the shoulder pads for the harness. Everything else I actually got for free. Oh, and also this T-connector, which I failed to mention. This is a PVC T-connector, which the flex tubing right here runs all the way through. And I just made a hole on this piece right here and stuck it in and glued it in place. But everything was pretty much free. This was to an old lawnmower that was just junk we got rid of, and then my dad had some PVC pipe lying around the garage, and then I got these little bottles from work because we have tons of water just stored in the refrigerator in my office. And then, like I mentioned, I got the base, the ATV armor backplating for free. And then my dad also gave me the flex tubing, which he found at his workplace. So yeah, so really it wasn't really that expensive. It just took a lot of days and hours just to put together. A lot of paint too. That was another thing. I guess if you want to count the paint, that also cost me, and I had to buy a lot of cans of gold spray paint and some primer. I primed each piece before painting. In fact, on the painting aspect of it all, I didn't put everything together and just started painting it. I actually painted every piece individually before assembly, so that way it's a lot more easier. So every piece was primed individually and then painted, and then once every piece was painted, I put everything together. And some pieces are bolted together and some are glued, and it looks great. As you can see with the shape, I did my best to try to keep it to the traditional Jingle All the Way look, but I'm really happy with the end results. And again, I can't wait to wear this thing at Comic-Con in a couple of weeks, and I really do hope and pray that this thing does hold up, because I know it is kind of heavy, so hopefully the Velcro straps will get the job done. And that's my little video on my Turbo Man jetpack, and I'll try to keep you guys updated on more pieces of my cosplay. And like I said, when the whole bodysuit is complete and the rest of the costume is put together, I'll try to come up with a video just so you guys can see. So don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, and until next time, I will see you all later. Thank you all, and God bless.